Hi everybody, Bishop Callahan here to talk to you about a major campaign being launched by the bishops of the United States in defense of the sacredness of life, the sacrament of marriage, and the cause of religious liberty. It is a campaign that, continuing over the coming months, will mobilize us to prayer and action in the face of some serious challenges. But let's be absolutely clear about what motivates us. As Catholic followers of Christ, we stand against certain laws and policies only because they trample on precious gifts and rights from God that we value. Gifts and rights that we love and treasure with a sense of responsibility. We see clear examples of these precious gifts of the sacredness of human life, the sacrament of marriage, and the cause of religious liberty in these ways. First, the Son of God, who came down from heaven to unite himself with all mankind through the incarnation. And in this we discover the infinite dignity of every human life. And so we stand always on the side of life, especially where that life is weak or vulnerable. Secondly, we discover the profound beauty and purpose of the sacrament of marriage through the teachings of Jesus in the Scriptures and through Christ's own bride, the Church. We discover that marriage is a gift from God that joins a man and a woman in a loving, complementary union that is open to the creation of new life. Marriage, understood in this way, is a gift to the spouses, to their children, and to the society they help to build. As such, it must be cherished and defended. Third, led by the Holy Spirit, who guides and speaks through the Church, we find and nourish in ourselves a moral compass meant to direct our actions. This is our conscience, given to us by God and shaped by our religious faith. This gift, this sacred liberty, must be respected, not violated. These great gifts from God, the sanctity of human life, the blessing of marriage and family, and the freedom to be true to the faith we profess, are for us a source of wonder, joy, and humble gratitude. But with these gifts comes the corresponding responsibility to care for them and to defend them from attack. And the reality is they are being attacked in many ways by political and social culture that trivializes their importance and value. There is the continued murder of innocent human life through abortion at a staggering rate of more than 3,000 lives per day. The denial of marriage and God's plan for human sexuality, and its reinvention according to human standards that is confusing and unsustainable. The recent HHS mandate and other provisions of the Affordable Care Act that are violations of religious liberty and the rights of conscience. Your bishops and the Church's faithful know that as followers of Christ, we cannot stand simply by and do nothing. We bear a responsibility before God, and we must pray and act. That is the purpose of the U.S. Bishops' campaign on behalf of life, marriage, and religious liberty. This campaign will run to the end of the Year of Faith, the Feast of Christ the King in November. And it will have a variety of prayer and action components, including 9 days of intensified prayer leading up to and surrounding the January 25th March for Life in Washington, D.C. We will pray in solidarity with the many faithful, especially the young people, from our diocese and all around the country, who will be participating in that grand March for Life. Another component will be a nationwide postcard campaign to take place in parishes in February, so that our elected representatives will receive millions of postcards urging them to support legislation that protects human life, religious liberty, and the rights of conscience. You will send those postcards. This only scratches the surface of the initiatives that will be going on, particularly in the area of prayer. Among other things, the campaign calls for Eucharistic holy hours, prayer before our Blessed Lord in the Blessed Sacrament, family rosaries, and a renewed emphasis on fasting and abstinence. The Church will also offer another fortnight for freedom in June and July. We know that it is only with much prayer and sacrifice that our efforts will bear fruit. As your bishop, I'm asking for your willing participation in the various components of this campaign as they are communicated to you, especially through your pastors, but also through other diocesan channels such as the diocesan website and the Catholic Times. I ask you to preserve a sense of urgency in the midst of a culture that has grown sleepy and distracted, fed by distortions and lies, sadly perpetuated by much of the mass media. May the God of life, of love and liberty, grant us the grace to be awake and alert, and to gratefully cherish and defend the precious gifts He has bestowed on us. May we do so on behalf of ourselves, our children, and our children's children. My brothers and sisters, may God be with you. And you know, I'll see you at Sunday Mass.